been the biggest growth process with Drake this season?
Yeah, I think with all of them, especially those youngsters, just experience, and that's what I've talked about since we started. Is the more experience you get, the longer you're in the system, the better you're going to be as a player. And I think again, he's just one day further every day in the system, and one day more experienced. And I think you see that with all the guys, but particularly the young guys like Keaton, like Drake, any of those freshmen, they just get better and better every day because you can't replace real reps. You know what I mean? And that's each day gives them another opportunity to get more reps. And so his experience is, he has a better feel for things and better feel for grass, and he just understands the offense that much better. He's always been a special talent. He's very gifted. To be his size and have the kind of body control and ball skills that he has, they just don't make people like that. But where he's improved the most, like I said, is just understanding the offense and understanding how to get open, and that just comes with reps. And the more he plays, the better he'll be.
What is Keaton doing so well in the fourth quarter?
Probably just doing his job. I don't know, but he, I think he's played well. Really, since he's come back from his injury, he's been pretty well. He's played pretty well. I think in the Arizona game, at times he tried to make too much happen. Thank goodness the defense played well early to keep us in it. But I think that's what he's done. What he did a really nice job of last week. And really, I thought most of the game, we just didn't get many snaps that first half. I think we had like 25 or 28 snaps, something like that, the entire first half. But I thought, besides the one pick he threw, he did a really good job. And really on the pick, it wasn't a bad read. He just missed the guy, But he's done a great job of just continuing to do his job, knowing what the situation is. And that's what we talked about with him after the game. More than anything was, what I was most proud of him about is he never pressed. Even when we got down, he never tried to make too much happen. He stayed within himself, just did what he was supposed to do, did his job, and things worked out. And so that was good to see, especially from a guy that's as young as he is, a true freshman like he is, being down on the road in a decent environment, to not press and just keep doing his job over and over and over and trusting that his job's enough. That was impressive to see. So I was proud of him the way he did that, especially as the game went on. But really, I think that's the key for him all the time. Is just relax and do your job. Don't try to make too much happen. Don't overthink it. Don't try to press. If you just do what you do, that's enough. Because he's a talented kid and a really smart kid.
What did you count about the flip to Keenan in the fourth quarter?
Oh, I thought that was a decent play. The kid he just botted it around. Obviously we got to take care of the football, and that's something we talk about all the time, and something we've talked about since game one. And really, if you look at it, when games that we haven't beat ourselves, particularly with turnovers, we've usually come out on top. And so that's obviously a point of emphasis. He put 2 balls on the ground. The flip, that was an unfortunate deal. He was trying to make a play. The kid kind of batted it up, and luckily for us, they didn't make the play. But the fumbles and the interceptions are things that I think we have a little more control over. And like I said, the little flip, that's just the kid trying to make a play. I don't have a problem with that really. The fumbles, he either has to get down and have better ball security, and the interception, like I said, it wasn't a poor decision. He just missed it. But those things happen. But like I said, we got to take care of the football, and that's something we emphasize with him and all the guys really non-stop.
So you have a true freshman and a true freshman quarterback, running back, and Drake London, receiver out there. Well, what sitting up in the box, what gives you the confidence that they're going to be able to get the job done for you?
They're a special group of guys, and I don't obviously playing with true freshmen. That's especially at a place like this, it's probably gonna happen. I mean, most of the places I've been, true freshmen haven't been ready to play. Here, you get a little more developed and a little more talented kid most of the time, and so that's going to be part of it. That you're gonna have to play with young guys, especially if they give you the best chance to win. And those guys are just special guys. Since we've been here, we've known, it's been evident that Keaton's been really special and been a good player. With Drake, he didn't come a semester, so we really didn't get to see as much to him until fall camp. He started outside, we moved him inside, and he just had a natural feel for things. And so, particularly with those two, really since camp, you feel really good with those two in the game. And Drake's really mature to be a true freshman. The moment's never too big for him. He does exactly what you ask him to do. He practices really hard. The only time he gets mad, he doesn't get mad if you coach him. He gets mad that he didn't do it right. He's mad at himself. And so when you have a kid with that kind of mentality, it gives you more confidence in him because he's going to try everything he can to do exactly the way you teach him. And as a coach, that's all you can ask for. And so if you got a talented kid that tries to do everything the exact way that you try to teach him, like I said, you've got a decent amount of confidence in him. And with Drake, we've been very confident in him all year. You know, in some games we felt like 11 personnel gave him the best chance to win and move the football because we had to run the football at times. And so there's been games where he hasn't been in as much. But like I said, a lot of that's just because we needed to be in 11 to run the football. You know, but all year when we've been in 10, he's been in there. Just last game, we thought that gave us our best chance to move the football. You know, even some 5 wide gave us a good chance to move the football. So his role has increased mainly just because that's what personnel we felt in certain games gives us the best chance to win. And so, and he's continued to grow and develop. But like I said, he's an unbelievable kid. He does exactly what you want. He does exactly what you coach him to do. He competes. Like I said, when you got someone like that, you get confidence in that kid.
Do you have a favorite? You have a lot of playmakers, made a lot of big plays. Any one of them was like, oh, I like it. You had a favorite play?
A favorite play?
A favorite play the other day. All these good plays.
Well, I like the game winner, probably, because it won the game. But the one that stands out probably besides that is the second and long one threw it to Drake over the middle. That was a special play, too. And that's something I've talked to Keenan about quite a bit. In Notre Dame, we had that exact same situation. He didn't throw it. And I think a lot of it just because he's young and he's probably never seen that look. And the guys he's played with in high school, probably if you throw it to him in that situation, it's not a good decision. But that's what I'm trying to explain to him. If that guy has no vision, he's trying to carry really any of our guys, but particularly Drake, a guy with that size up the seam. Give him a chance. You know, that's a high percentage throw. We got to feel like. So, you know, in Arizona, that last scoring drive that we went on, he made that same throw on third down to Drake right off the pipe with a guy that had no vision on him, and he made the throw. So that was good to see, but it wasn't much of a pressure situation. And the other night, when the game's on the line, in a big situation, to see him make that throw again and trust Drake and see Drake come up with it, you know, I think that's what gives them both a ton of confidence. And so the more confident they get in each other, and the more comfortable they get with those kind of throws, the more you'll see it happen, and the better it'll be. So obviously I like that play. TV's catch was unbelievable. I don't know if that was a great decision, but that was an unbelievable catch. You know, so that was fun to watch. Really, they were all fun, and especially the touchdowns. It seems like they were all big plays from our playmakers. Amon-Ra's first carry, probably the first carry of his career. You know, he runs the middle linebacker over and scores a touchdown. That was pretty cool. You know, so we had a lot of fun plays, a lot of special plays, but it's like we said from the beginning, we've got playmakers, and the key is to get those guys the ball, and if you do, they usually make good things happen.
What's your impression of his Oregon defense?
They do a good job and fly around, but you know, we got to go do our job, and that's what's going to come down to. And that's like I said, if we got to take care of the football. They've done a good job getting takeaways and winning turnover margins really all year. Especially, I think they have like 14 interceptions and they've thrown 1. You know, that's really impressive. So we got to take care of the football and go do our job. And like I said, don't press. It'll be a great atmosphere, I'm sure. You know, I'm sure our guys will be up for it and be excited because it is a pretty big game. But at the same time, if they just relax and play, we got a ton of confidence in our guys. So that's been our message to them. Just go be you, because that's enough every week. And you know, if you get beat doing your job, then they were just a better team that night. But if we just go do our job, we feel pretty confident because we got really good players.
Where do you want to see the offensive line improve?
Really, the other night I thought they were unbelievable. I thought Colorado got really exotic in their blitzes. They got us on one. The first third down, they brought the corner that we didn't have a guy for. Other than that, but now I'm not saying we made the block every single time, but to ID it and get guys to the right guys every time was really, really impressive by those guys. And I think a lot of that has speaks volume about Brett. He's a really smart player. You know, if you saw him compared to all our other linemen, he might be your last pick just on the looks. But that kid's a special kid, man. And the way he understands football, how smart he is, the way he gets all those guys going to the right people, and even gets the running back he makes the running back know where to go. He tells them all that. And so with the blitz package that they tried to bring on us the other night, and they showed some looks they had never shown, and for Brett to be able to decipher it and get us on the same page was really, really impressive by that kid. And really, that's what gave us a chance to be successful offensively most of the night was Brett being able to get everyone on the same page. And I thought they did a heck of a job, you know. And so I was really proud of them in that. But there's always a lot to get better on, and so we're going to be hard on them. And really, with the entire offense, what we've tried to stress to them is just doing the small things right, doing the details right. And I think that's that's what we can all do better, but particularly those guys, it's just small things, small technique things, and they're dominant because they're a really good group. Brett gets them all going in the right spots, and if they just trust the techniques and do those right, they're as good as anyone I've ever seen. So, like I said, that's what we've really harped on those guys particularly, but really the entire offense, is just do the small things, right? Take care of the details, and that's enough because you're doing a lot of really special things.